Today, as we try to master our personal finance, I'm going to share my personal favorite 5 books in finance. I started reading in about finance around 4.5 or 5 years back, and have gone through some of the best books in this particular field. So, my first recommendation, and I would suggest that do not take it as an order, that these are the order, but these are my personal 5 books. You can keep anyone on top of it. More often than not, I have a personal library of around 400, 500 plus books. So often I'm asked that which are the books which someone must read. And I always reply that this is entirely dependent on your choices. So even the book I am suggesting, I would personally suggest you that the moment if any of these books interest you, the first thing which you need to do is that you need to go to Amazon and find out some kind of summary for them and try to see whether you are able to connect with the book summary or not. In many cases, even some small sample chapters are there, so that will also help you to understand whether you are able to connect with the content or not. Because all books are fantastic, all books are good, and all books are useful to someone or other person. But the biggest question is whether we are able to connect with the books or not. So here are my personal 5 favorite books. I'm sure there are a lot more, and I will be coming out with another videos in coming days, in coming months on my favorite finance books. But this is the first video, and I'm here just taking 5 books right now with all of you, sharing 5 books with all of you. So the first book which I'm taking is The Intelligent Investor. Now, The Intelligent Investor, if you will see, it has a Warren Buffett's quote over here, by far the best book on investing ever written. Now, Benjamin Graham, it has been written by Benjamin Graham, and he also taught Buffett for some time. So Buffett went to a college, and there he used to be a professor. But after a particular point of time, Buffett left that college. But he wrote this book in 1950, and this book is a master class, and it is relevant even as of today. The second book which I am going to recommend is The Psychology of Money. This is like a beautiful stories, beautiful coincidences have been shared, and this book truly demonstrates that at times there are a number of other factors which influence our whether we get wealthy or not. So fantastic book, and I recommend everyone the second book, that is Psychology of Money. The third book which I recommend is Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Coincidentally, I met with Robert Kiyosaki in October 2018 in Singapore. It was fantastic to meet him in person and learn from him. He talks about he basically talks about that how rich people think and how poor people think, and he compares them with his 2 dads. One is Rich Dad and the other is Poor Dad. Interesting enough, the Rich Dad was less educated and the Poor Dad was more educated. So this is another fantastic which I recommend to read. The fourth book in series is The Millionaire Next Door. This is one of those books which I find very interesting. This book basically goes on the research that how rich people think about money. You will find some of the researches over here where the Mr. Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, PhD, both of these guys pays to the researchers, pays to the audience, and most of them are millionaires and billionaires, to come to them, and they interview them. They ask questions related to wealth, they ask questions related to money, and they ask how they see the money overall in the worldly context. So this is a fantastic book, The Millionaire Next Door. I read it around a couple of years back, and I found it very, very much interesting, and I hope that you will too enjoy. The fifth book which I recommend is Unsinkable. So again, Tony Robbins always has a gem to share with all of us. His first book, Unleash the Power Within, is another fantastic book, and which is very much remarkable in personality development field. But he has written one of these books in finance, and this is a small version of his bigger book, Money Master the Game. So if you want to study in a short way, you can read Unsinkable. Fantastic book, and you will see how are the people who beat market, and coincidentally there are no one who beats market. And then you will find out that what's the impact of the taxes which we pay. For example, if you trade on day-to-day basis, no, in day-to-day trading you lose a lot of money in paying to the brokers and paying to the government as taxes. So how does that impacts your wealth making ability? So fantastic book which talks about a lot about taxes, which talks a lot about our own psyche regarding money, which talks about, and it's a complete research book which covers a lot of finance details. And if you want to go a little deeper in that, in this book, then obviously Money Master the Game is a right choice. But again, this is approximately around 650 pages. So I guess those of you who are really interested in understanding personal wealth, personal finance mastery, I'm sure that you will find it interesting. But obviously, all of these books do have some technical things, stuffs in them. So some of you might find it a little difficult. But I would suggest that do take this journey. And for today, these are my personal 5 choices of books. I hope you would enjoy reading it. And if in case you decide to pick any one of these, do share with me your feedback. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much.